Welcome to Off Grid Shop Oregon. On this channel, you'll find semi-manly stuff like cleaning your kitchen with power tools, life hacks that involve welding, maybe a Ford truck, maybe a mini bike. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Alright, I just got a new Greenworks string trimmer. The one you see there, that's half of it. That's the old one I had, and it broke, so I had to get a new one. This new one is a 2100202. I think it's last year's model, so it may go away. I think it used to be 160, but in June it was $130 on Amazon, which was decent. Does not come with a battery. Has a special handle for using it as an edger. Comes with a strap. Got a couple features over here on the power side, so you got to turn it on, and you got this thing before you can pull the trigger. And then it also has like a high and a low power. What I like about this one is that the motor is on this end of the machine. And on this end of the machine, you just have a normal string trimmer head, and it has two strings, which is good. It has this enormous guard to, I guess, protect you. And this thing works with any of those generic items, you know, where you put, I don't know what all the things are that you can put on there, but you can put different attachments on here, ones that fit like, you know, Husky and Still and Ryobi or whatever. You can take this off and put on something else. I don't have any of those things, but you can basically put attachments on it, so that's kind of cool. I think attachments are put on at this point, so basically if you have attachments you want to use, it's got to have basically the bottom half of the string trimmer replaced with something else. Snowblower, rototiller, whatever. I forgot to mention that it's 40 volts, so I'll throw that in here now. I think, you know, like the amp hours between the 40 volts and the 80 volts are the same, but 80 volt ones can have more power. They don't I don't think they last any longer or do more work in the long run, but they give you more power right now. So 80 volts might be better. 40 volts is cheaper. All right, so I like this Greenworks. I think it works good, but let's kind of test it against a gas-powered one, just because people, you know, are more familiar with about how much power those guys have. So my gas one here is this Shindawa, and it's like 20 years old, but it's not a cheap one. It was a good one at the time, and it still works good. So we'll see how the comparison goes. All right, we're on high. Okay, let's try low. Low's not bad, but I like high better. think this gas one has like way more power, but in fact, it doesn't really, with the plants here, it doesn't really mow them down any faster. That's how fast I move the machine into the plants. So that electric one works pretty good. So I was thinking about the power difference, and I think if you have one of those like saw blades and you're cutting down like little trees, I think this gas one would just blow the other one out of the water. Like snowblower or rototiller, gas one would blow it out of the water. But for just doing the string trimming stuff, they're almost identical. So that's my conclusion. Thank you. All right, something else I want to add is that I bought this specific one, because it said it could take attachments. And it's not because I ever want to use an attachment with it, but I know if they can take an attachment, then the motor has to be on the far end, which is what I wanted. That gives it the right weight balance. And so I'm like, well, if you can put a different attachment on there, then the motor ain't over here. And it's not that easy to tell on, Amazon with like the pictures and stuff. I had to buy the wrong one before I knew what I really wanted, which is I want the weight balance just to be like a gas-powered one, where like the engine is on the opposite end of the string, and then it balances well. You can put the strap over your shoulder, and it's real easy to use. If the motor is on this end, like some of the, the real cheap like ones that you run an extension cord with, they have the motors on this end also, and it means you're like constantly holding up that weight, and it's a real pain. Here's why the other one stopped working. Those windings got hot for some reason and shorted out. And there's how it has, that's the motor it has on the, on the business end, and makes that end so heavy.